For anybody wondering, folks, how I get into AWS and cloud computing, I had a bit of luck. So I did back whenever the pandemic was at its peak. There was an opportunity that came up because companies were in massive demand back then to get people through the door and into IT. A company called With You With Me provided a short boot camp. And after that, I was then eligible to apply for jobs that they had with their contracted companies. And we completed the AWS Cloud Practitioner as part of that process. And that took us only 5 days to get that cert, folks. It was also an opportunity to get a look at AWS, folks, to see if it was actually something that I wanted to do, because rather than sit and fumble around and study specific parts of this here and take time and then find out you don't like it later down the line, it was actually a good job doing this here in quick time just to see if it was something that I actually wanted to, do as a long-term career, which thankfully I did. And then I subsequently did the Solutions Architect Associate, the Developer Associate, and I'm working in that industry now over 3 years, folks. Sometimes it does take a bit of luck. The demand was there though, and it made it, I wouldn't say easy, but easier to get through the door. And that has came round again, folks. There is opportunities on the table now. We have the AWS Certified AI Practitioner exam coming up just around the corner. There's an opportunity again here, folks. There's always opportunities to get in. This industry here is definitely not saturated yet. People are probably sitting on the back burner about studying AI. I mean, the fact that AWS have actually got certifications out now means that it's obviously going to be around for a while. And businesses, the recent statistic I heard is 60% of world businesses have incorporated it into their processes. But they're still uncertain of how to get the most from it, folks. So they need, professionals with the knowledge, be it through certifications or just through working on projects, and studying in your own time. This here is obviously just the icing on the cake, getting a cert to say, yep, I've got a piece of paper that I can, do these things that this cert says that I can do. But there's more than one way to skin a cat, folks, as I always say. Now, as I say, 5 days to complete the AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner. That was just basics. It was theory, that exam I found. I didn't set foot inside the AWS console at all. I'd never seen it until I actually got to the company, and then I started working on workshops, building up practical experience, folks. To pass that exam, I did go and take a look at the exam guide to see what was incorporated in it. And you can get this here from AWS. I then purchased a course, folks. I purchased Stephen Marrick's Certified Cloud Practitioner course. It wasn't $50 back when I did it in 2020. It was only $15. There were a multitude of courses available online, free, including like AWS things. They have Skill Builder out now. There's a gamified learning path that you can do called the AWS Cloud Quest, Cloud Practitioner, which I would say is a very good way to learn it. They give you hands-on workshops there too. Always hands-on, since I've been in this industry for this length of time, folks, is the best way I find to sink these, principles into your mind and how things work and be able to remember them. And from working in the game on projects, definitely a lot of the stuff that I have learned in the past in theory and now worked on in practical has started to stick and shed a bit more context around things that I have learned that I wasn't sure why I was learning, folks. All right. But there's more than one way to skin a cat. You could spend possibly a couple of months, and learn the Cloud Practitioner, and get a good feel for the industry. If it's something, you're definitely going to be getting into, you want to take your time to learn the things around it and how they can be applied to the real world, then for sure that is possibly the best way to do it, But if you just want to get a look at it quickly and think, do I want to go and study AWS, possibly Azure Cloud or Google Cloud, you might want to just delve in really quickly, get as much hands-on as you can and say, yes or no to it, and then move on to the next thing. As I always say, sometimes fail fast, get on to the next thing, not shiny object syndrome, just saving your time, folks, and putting your best foot forward into the thing that you really want to do, the thing that you enjoy doing. As long as you enjoy doing it, folks, that is the main thing about it. All right. But more than one way to skin a cat. I mean, I'll drop a link in here below for this page, AWS Certified Cloud Practitioner, and it'll give you everything to do with the exam guide and study resources as well. And as always, if you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I leave this one with you. Wish you all the best. Take care. Good luck.